gentlemen, my name is Max Garza III. I'm from Dallas, Texas. We work with technology, mostly blockchain tech, digital currency for those that know Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, you name it, we do it. We code in any language you can imagine, whether it's Python, Mongo, C++, C#, you name it, we do it. But our passion is helping charities. We've met a lot of amazing people here in London while we've been here. Right now we are at the Landmark Hotel, and Amir Khan has a bout coming up with Mr. Crawford on the 20th. It's a world championship bout, but what's more exciting for me is the fact that Amir Khan and his management want to raise money, want to raise awareness with digital currency. That's what we're very excited about.
Now, for those people ignorant to Bitcoin, and there's a lot of stuff going around the world, people saying, "Oh, those who don't know,
right,
act like it's fraud, it's not right, it's not good. The Bitcoin, it's not going to last."
Right.
Those people who don't know.
Right.
But obviously, those people that do know
Yeah.
and in the know have a different opinion of it.
Of course.
Those who are profiting from it have an even better opinion of it.
Even better.
So, talk to us about where those misconceptions may lie and how you can educate us at BWTM a bit more about Bitcoin and what you do.
Okay. Well, if we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the alpha of digital currency, right? But the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is it's just one little function of the blockchain. So when we were kids and we got the first internet, which was the internet of information, we were very excited because at the end of the day, instead of having to write a letter, lick a stamp, wait for it to take X amount of days to reach our mates in London, right? Now we had this thing called a modem and a keyboard where we literally could write, do videos, and all of a sudden that excitement, right? We didn't know I couldn't even spell modem when I was a kid, but I was so excited. I read that manual like 10 times. I went through, like it was the first time that emotion you felt when you got that first computer and you sent that first email. That was one little function of the first internet, right? Blockchain is an open public ledger. We're calling it the second internet. Now the internet of money. Bitcoin is one little function of blockchain tech, right? Because blockchain has a lot of value because it's way more transparent, traceable, and then obviously it's way more secure because there's so many more, they're called nodes, like servers or computers running the protocol. So it's very, like imagine if you wanted to hack Bitcoin right now, you'd have to hack every single computer running Bitcoin protocol at the exact same time. It's impossible. It's virtually impossible, right? So Bitcoin's one little function, ladies and gentlemen. Now Bitcoin at its very, very just foundational level is digital currency that allows you to store wealth and send value. So like let's say I sent people around the world value with Bitcoin, right? If today I sent you $1,000, let's say 1,000 USD in Bitcoin, when it hits your account, one, I don't have to ask a bank for permission. It's my money. I can send it, right? Two, I don't have to pay 10 to 20% on a wire fee. Now we're talking about pennies on the dollar. And three, it hits your account right away. You don't have to wait, 5 to 7 business days to send that value because it's ones and zeros. If I send you £1,000 to your account right now, you don't get paper money. You get ones and zeros, right? Mm-hmm. You check your account, but again, with a bank, it could be 3 to 7 business days. They don't do it on the weekends. There's a lot of constrictions that banks put on you. And the reason why Bitcoin and all digital currency is starting to take off is because people are sick and tired of banks putting all those constrictions on you. You can only send out so much money. You can only spend so much money. It's your money, it's your value. Why are they why are they telling you what to do with your value? That's the value of Bitcoin and all digital currency. There's less friction, right? And there's more ability for you to be able to, let's say you had your kids are in university, right? And all of a sudden they need 500 pounds really fast, or let's say when I say pounds in value, right? You literally could open up your computer, or what do we call B has my phone. He's recording behind us. So you can open up your little smart computer that you have in your hand, which is an iPhone 10, an Android device, and you could send your child $500 of value like this. No need to go to a bank, no need to do anything else. So that's why Bitcoin is very valuable, because it was the very first digital currency. That's what we call it, the alpha, kind of the granddaddy or the godfather of digital currency. But the beauty, it's based on mathematics. It's deflationary currency. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence ever. So it's not like the pound, it's not like the US dollar where they can just print it at will. That's inflationary currency. And if you want to talk about inflation, you can ask Cyprus, right? You can ask Argentina, 1,200% inflation. When they get paid on a Friday, they're trying to get rid of their money because all that inflation, all of a sudden, if they have $1,000, when they get paid, it can turn into 800, 600 by the time they go and try and spend that money in Argentina. This is why people are sick and tired of centralized banks. They've been taking advantage of the masses for
I'm sure you're aware of people talking about one world currency. That's the plan.
Of course.
Is it going to happen?
You know, I don't really look at it as a one world currency because there's so many different blockchains. When we talk about one world currency, Bitcoin is a digital currency, right, where you can send value. But then you have other coins like Litecoin, Ripple, Ether, some of ours like Cinema Token, right? So like with Cinema Token, you can now put money into movies around the world. So it's basically a function. It depends on the function that you really need. Because remember when we're talking about Bitcoin, I said it's a store of value. If you want to buy a battleship or a commercial building, you buy it with Bitcoin, right? If you want to buy a cup of coffee, you can go and buy it with Litecoin because it's super fast. You want to put money into movies, use Cinema Tokens because now that value can be put into movies and you can get a return on investment with that. So as far as a one world currency, I really wouldn't say one world because it's so hard. It's like saying one religion for the whole world, right?
Yes.
It's just virtually impossible. One language for the whole world, virtually impossible. And the same thing with value, guys. Ones and zeros, you're never going to get the entire world to think about one world currency. So
Even if, like, a lot of talk in America of the economy crashing,
Yeah.
and if the economy crashes, then this will happen and that will happen,
Yeah.
and doomsday predictions, your thoughts?
You know, for centuries, for epochs, we've had people say the end of the world is coming. With Brexit right now, we're at the House of Lords yesterday, sitting with Baroness Uden. And while we're sitting there, we're looking at the screens, looking at the votes, and we're thinking, this is such a polarizing event, such an amazing day. It's like when they ask you, where were you when 9/11 happened, when the space shuttle blew up, right? When JFK got shot. So we're sitting there thinking about this. It's going to happen for the rest of life. It is the media's job to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Why? Because there's a lot of people out there that make money off volatility. And so if there's no volatility, people aren't making money. So you got to remember, guys, no matter what's happening out there, as long as you're working hard, doing what you set out to do, set out your goals, you're going to win. No matter what those people say, there's always going to be negative people. Don't let those negative people affect you because you can change the world.
We're back with Max Garza the third.
There you go.
Correct. That's an American thing, right? The third.
Yeah, you know, we have to tell the people we're the third in a certain line, right?
So who's the first and the second?
The first was my grandfather. His name was Valdemar Maximo Garza.
Right.
The original, the OG.
Right.
And then we got my dad. Shout outs to Pops out there in McAllen, Texas. What's up, Dad? And then you got the third.
Okay.
So,
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Great. So let's talk about your role in what you do.
okay.
And let's get to know a little bit more about what you do.
So basically what we do, ladies and gentlemen, is technology. Anything that you can think of when it comes to the tech space, we can do. Whether it's appifying things, whether it's blockchains, whether it's tangles, directed acyclical graphs, we do it all. There's not one thing in technology that we can't do. Now the thing that we love doing is talking to people that want to empower other people. Because for us, making money is easy, right? You have a game plan, you have a team, they allow you to do magical things. But there's one thing that people don't realize. The more you do for others, the more the universe opens up doors.
The more I give to you, the more I give is the more I receive. The more I receive is the more that I give.
Amen. And the beautiful thing, guys, is that once you realize this cosmic force, it will allow you to change not just your life, but your family's life, your children's lives. You'll leave a legacy that's so powerful that people will see your story and then they'll want to do the same things. That's why we're very, very blessed to meet people such as yourself, such as your father, because I talked to your father. He was telling me that your grandma wants an iPad. And so when I heard that, I was like, yes. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen, guys, is technology benefits us because we get to communicate with each other
Yes.
on a more granular level.
Yes.
Right? So for what we do is anything that somebody needs globally as far as technology, IT services, we can do it all. But what we really want to do is empower you to help the world because there's only one world. You want to teach your children to be a part of it, to have a mindset. You got to hear one of our friends, Mark Prince, talk about, helping youth. So when we hear stuff like that, we get very excited because the Baroness Uden also has a charity and we're trying to empower women through her charity. Now with Mark Prince, we're going to empower the youth, right? So when you benefit all these organizations around the world's a better place. And if everybody out there is doing just a little bit, just one little thing for others, it makes this existence so much better.
I'm going to ask the question. I mean, you've mentioned two big names there.
Yes.
Is it just big names you're interested in working with, or?
No. No, it's just that's what we attract.
Right.
Because when you do things for others, the universe opens up doors. When Amir Khan was walking out, I took a picture with Amir Khan, right? Because we're helping them understand how blockchain and digital currency is going to help their charity. So his management was asking us questions while we're in the back before we took a picture with him. And so now everybody, when they hear that we're working with people like Amir Khan, we're working with people like Pelé, working with people all over the world. It's not just big names, guys. We work, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you graduated from Yale or jail. I'll help you. I'll work with you.
We'll hold you to that.
Yeah.
We haven't graduated from jail. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about this. Let's give you an example. I Am Network does lots of charity work, offers entrepreneurship to many young people around the world.
Yeah.
Dr. Atia Jones, CEO of the I Am Network, is doing something for women at the moment on the 19th to the 23rd of March. It's empowering women.
Very nice.
This is about awakening and healing women who've come from difficult pasts.
Right.
They're bringing in a health and wellness fair that will be a part of it as well. Guest speakers and all the rest of it. So we're starting. We've started the advertisement for it.
Right.
How could your organisation work alongside the I Am Network, for example?
So as an example, if the I Am Network decides to reach out to us, what we can do is help them obviously with their social media push. We have a huge network globally. So at the end of the day, if it's something that our members in our ecosystem are attracted to, because here's the thing, guys, I'm going to be very honest. The thing about being an entrepreneur or being somebody that helps charities is you have to always keep pushing forward. You're not always going to have the message that somebody kind of gravitates to. But the more that you put the message out, the more you're going to find the right people. It's just like business, right? In business, if you stop when somebody tells you no, then you're not going to make any money. But we're not in the business of allowing people to tell us no when it comes to business or charity. Because the more you get that message out, the more it goes viral, the more people will connect with you on a spiritual level. Mark, we met Mark today, but it's like I've known him all my life. Like you heard him talking to me a little while ago. And the thing is, when you find the right people, you just have a certain vibration. And when that vibration meets, you just know it's real, right? But then it's not just about talking, it's about putting it into action. So one, we'd help them with a social media push. Two, we'd make sure that our ecosystem found out when and what this event was about, and allowing those people that want to come and help benefit that organization that you're talking about. And then three, obviously, for us personally, anything that we can do to help them with technology, we'd also do that.
Okay, so in terms of what you've done or what you're doing, what are your vision? What's the vision for 2019?
Great question, actually. 2019 is just like any year for us. The reason why I say that is every year we're looking to empower others, first and foremost. We're looking to disrupt markets because obviously we're technology, right? But we're also looking to disrupt mindsets. Because when you can get people on a different mindset, vibrating at a higher level, meaning you're trying to make them understand that they're more powerful than what they feel they are. Because when you empower somebody, guys, you never know if they're going to go out and go at life like a lion. Because there's too many people that don't understand their power. And so every year for us, not just 2019, we're trying to empower others to do more, not just for themselves in an entrepreneurial manner, but also in a charity manner. Because look, guys, there's a lot of people out there right now that are trying to help kids. They're trying to help women. They're trying to help animals, military, you name it. But those are the people really, for me personally, that I want to empower, because I know that if they're helping kids, those are the kids that are going to come and benefit, getting jobs, creating jobs. There's many kids that they feel like they're alone, right? There's many, I should say people, not just kids, but there's many people around the world that feel like they're alone, they're going through these problems by themselves, and all we're trying to do is provide solutions, whether it's technology, social media, consulting, charity work. Guys, everybody out there right now, you have the capability to change the world. One day at a time, one action at a time.